welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing on what do you think about the traditional bone setters. Do you prefer them to the orthodox orthopedic practitioners? You can still put your opinion down on the comment section if you think I'm saying contrary to your mind. All right, today I'll be telling you 3 reasons why I think traditional bone setters are not doing well, or why I prefer orthodox orthopedic practitioners to traditional bone setters. The first reason here is laboratory investigation. In an orthodox orthopedic hospital, before they manage any type of fracture, they subject the patient to laboratory investigation, and it's this investigation that will tell them the type of fracture, and with the type of fracture they will now know the type of management to render. Okay, this is done even before they start their management. Unlike the traditional bone setters, they don't subject the patient or the victim to laboratory investigations. Rather, they treat based on assumption. In health, we don't believe on assumption. It has to be scientifically proven that this is this, and therefore this is the way we should follow. So that is my first point. And my second point is impaired circulation. Their management, traditional bone setters, their management sometimes leads to impaired blood circulation. This is as a result of their poor bandaging method. Now, yeah, I know some people, the lay people, if you're not in this profession, you'll be like, what does bandaging has to do with being a problem? It is a very big problem. When you don't know the type of bandage, the method of bandage to use on a particular fracture, on a particular part of the body, you're going to cause more harm than good, and that is what actually the main problem. The health practitioners, especially the orthopedic nurses or the orthopedic practitioners, sorry, even as a student nurse, when I was a student, we were taught bandaging as a topic, and in that bandaging we have methods of bandaging application, we have types of bandaging and the principles guiding bandaging. That is by the way. But these traditional bone setters, were they taught? Did they know about it? Did they know about types of bandaging? Even do they know the type of method of bandaging to apply on a particular body? No. That is why sometimes when they apply when they apply their own method of bandage, with time there will be impaired circulation to that part of that area, that part of the body. And if there is impaired circulation, one of the signs, one of the easy ways to identify it is that black discoloration of that part, which is telling you that there is no blood getting to that part of the body. And with time it leads to necrosis, that is tissue death. So if nothing is being done as early as possible, the last option seems to be amputation. Imagine being an amputee just because of a slight fracture that could have been treated very well in an orthopedic hospital. That is another reason. Then the last one may or may not occur: risk for infection. Maybe when the fracture occurs with wound, because fracture being break in the continuity of bone, and wound being break in the continuity of skin, the both can occur at the same time. So if you're used to the TBS, that is traditional bone setters, you can also get yourself take yourself there for the management, even with the wound. And sometimes, not even sometimes, because wound dressing is supposed to be a sterile procedure, But when you get yourself there, you see, anything you see you take, and sometimes it might lead to risk for infection. So these are my three reasons why I say it is not advisable, and it has never been advisable to get treated, or for you for a fracture to be managed in by a traditional bone setter. Rather, take your word, or go take yourself to the orthopedic hospital where you will get appropriate management despite the cost. I know sometimes if you ask them, they say really, cost effect really. Anyways, I'm here to air my opinion, and you can also do so to air your own opinion in the comment section. And please, when you're saying your own opinion, don't forget to back it up with a scientific evidence, empirical evidence. Yes, that is what makes it an opinion. And I know, apart from sorry, another reason why you see people uh, being managed in the traditional hospitals is as a result of ignorance. When they don't know about when they don't know the consequences of what they are doing. So that is why sensitization is very, very important. Creating awareness is very, very important. In fact, creating awareness happens to be the first step of any, when it comes to managing anything, taking care of anything. I believe creating awareness should be the first step, and this is actually what I'm doing now. When you know the consequences of going to the traditional bone setters, I don't think you even find yourself going there. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. You can also share it, and you can also help educate others through this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.